What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Abundant Life and Mind YouTube channel. For those that haven't watched the introduction section, my name is Ryan Glenn. I am aspiring to be a life coach, and I want to solely focus on helping people find their passion, creating that into a business, and making it profitable through teaching marketing. Now, I've been studying business now probably about 2 years. I've looked more into the social media marketing, the digital marketing for a couple months now. You know, I learn a lot. I'm constantly reading, constantly watching video, constantly taking notes. So, as I am not a professional, I'm still going to share what I'm learning and the knowledge that I do have in case that somebody like me will need the help, because that's how I learned. I looked at videos and I read the books from the people that have been in the same situation as me. The only difference between me and the people that you're watching on YouTube usually are I'm not a millionaire. I'm at the bottom. I'm starting out. But that works for the average consumer because you get to watch me grow. And as I grow, you'll be able to see what works for me, what doesn't. You know, I'm constantly grinding, constantly going. So whatever I share is what I am personally doing. If it doesn't work for me, then we're going to find out together why it didn't work. If it does work, I'll be able to share that, and you can establish and implement that into whatever you're trying to do. So that's my main goal for a little bit of introduction. You can also watch my introduction video on the same channel, Abundant Life and Mind. I had a completely different video planned for today, but after the night I had last night, I had to make a slight change. Today I'm going to be talking about sales pitches, because last night, number one, I work third shift. I work 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So I was getting sales pitches in the middle of the night between the hours of 1 to 6. Now, I will say to these people, kudos to you, hats off to you. You're really putting yourself out there. If you're sending sales pitches in the middle of the night, that shows tremendous work ethic. However, if those sales pitches aren't any good, it doesn't really do you any good. I just want to share an example. I'm not going to mention who sent them to me. I'm not going to mention the company name or anything. But one that I got was probably the worst I've ever heard in my life. This guy messaged me via Twitter, and he said, "Hey, have you heard of blank? I could teach you how to make a substantial amount of money monthly because I've been here 4 months and I've already doubled the money that I make at my normal job." So I was like, okay, decent opportunity. Okay, what does it entail? What do I need to do in your business in order to make money? His response: "Give me a sec." See how I did that? Give me a sec. And then I waited 10 minutes and never got a response. So in that 10 minutes, I Googled the company name, of which Google can work both ways because there's a lot of stuff that is bullshit and there's a lot of stuff that's real, okay? But what the fact of the matter is, once I Googled, it was all negative, okay? This company had been in pre-launch for almost a year. There was reports about them taking more from their members than they were actually supposed to, because it's a MLM, a network marketing company, and they weren't very professional. You know, there was no proof of any kind of financial gain from the company. So I messaged him back because I still had not got a response, and I said, I appreciate you reaching out, I really do, but I'm going to pass. And being in the position that I'm in, that I want to help people like this, I gave him my advice. I said, you know, from a business perspective, number one, your pitch was not very professional. He used a lot of slang terms and things like that. I said a professional person is not going to be looking for that. They're gonna look at that as a scam, basically. Number two, his pitch had a lot of typos in it. If you're going to send pitches out to people prospecting, then make sure you proofread your stuff. Typos do not look professional, therefore are going to draw people away. Number three, I asked you about your company that you are prospecting me for. I asked you about your company, and your response is, "Give me a sec." Okay? That tells me, number one, I'm not important to you, okay? Because you say, well, I don't know what he was doing, but give me a sec tells me, okay, you're trying to get me to give you money for your business, but I'm not important enough to tell me right now. Okay, you messaged me. So, number two, again, not very professional. Well, once I said this, and I gave a little backstory, told him that, I want to be a life coach and I want to help entrepreneurs and things like that. And he responded, yo, this ain't my company at all, haha. Okay. Number one, his profile picture was the company's logo. Number two, the name on his profile was the company name. So I responded, yet you are using the company name and the company logo and you are reaching out to me prospecting for this company. I said, therefore, you who sent that message represent your company. And he says, I'm just a member trying to help out other members and encourage them to join. Okay, encouraging to join. That is prospecting. That is finding new talent to bring to the organization, therefore representing your company. You have to get this straight, guys. You cannot be sending out messages like you're messaging your best friend if you're trying to bring in business. Even if the business is not yours, you get some kind of financial gain from bringing people to this business, or you wouldn't be messaging me. Am I correct? Leave a comment down below if you agree with that, okay? So the second sales pitch I got, she was, it was decent. She messaged me and she said, "Hey, how are you? Hope you're doing fine. I noticed that your likes were entrepreneurship and motivational. I was wondering if you were interested in new opportunities." Okay, not bad. Number one, it was two smashed together, okay? When you're trying to make an effective sales pitch, you want to build some kind of small talk first. You don't want to jump right into it because most of the time, if you leave a message like that, it's going to sit there and it's going to be ignored. They're not going to respond to you. They're probably not even going to look at it. Number one, they had to get a message request to even see it. So most of the time, a lot of people don't know how to look at their message request folders, okay? So your main thing is you want to make sure that you are taking that extra time to show these people that you care, show these people that you're a professional. Make small talk. It don't take but 2 to 3 minutes, guys. Okay, and I'm catching myself doing something that I told them not to. I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, so it was a decent pitch, but it was two smashed together, and then I did message her back and told her, I got a lot of projects going on right now. I'm not really interested in new opportunities, but I appreciate you reaching out. I always say I appreciate you reaching out because I love seeing people take that initiative to message people they don't know to prospect. It's the backbone of entrepreneurship. So kudos to you. But once I messaged her, I didn't get any response for hours. And I thought that she just ignored me because I told her no. But I looked at her profile, looked at her site, and it was actually pretty damn cool. So then I was like, well, I kind of like it, but I don't want to tell her that I like it, so I'll try to make some small talk first. Because, it's Twitter, it's for networking. So I asked her, I said, I'm intrigued. Does the wonder factor meaning, she said, are you open to new opportunities? So the average person is going to look at that and they're going to wonder, what opportunity is it I got to know. So they're going to ask, what opportunity? So that is the wonder factor, as I call it. I don't know if that's how others call it. Let me know if you've heard it called that before. But anyway, she finally got back to me this morning, hours and hours after I messaged her. So, of course, I kind of left that alone. But all in all, I give it about a 5. Like I said, it's just too smashed together, too quick, and then the response time was awful. Okay, the third, this was actually the first one, but it was the one that wasn't that bad. It was a guy. Now, for this particular pitch, I was a laydown because I had already been talking about it. I was interested in it, but the pitch turned me off, and I'll tell you why. This guy was on Twitter, and he was prospecting for Bitcoin trading and investing. And I was just talking to my wife that I was interested in starting to learn how to invest in things like that. I've been watching videos. So I was like, here you have it, my friend. I was literally just talking about this. You have 3 minutes to pitch me. So he starts talking to me, and he's telling me about the company. But after each paragraph, he says, okay, 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 okay. After every paragraph. So I told him, I asked him, I said, have you ever gotten a scam email? He said, yes. I said, how long have you been in business? He said, 3 years. Okay, decent. In 3 years, you should learn by now not to say okay after every paragraph. If you've ever gotten a scam email and or a scam message, they hack into a family member's account, a lot of scammers after every sentence or every message are going to say okay. So that tells me that this is a scam. Number two, if I don't think enough to think that it's a scam, it's going to make me think that I'm a little bit belittled, okay? Because as you're talking to somebody, if I'm sitting here and talking to you and we're having a conversation, and after everything I'm like, okay, 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 you're going to start thinking, okay, I'm not stupid, I understand. It'd be the same thing as if I was to talk and say, you understand, you understand, you understand, after everything. It gets annoying after a while. So I asked him how long he'd been in business. He said 3 years. I said, okay. I said, I was just talking to my wife about investing. I'm interested. And he was telling me how the company works. But like I said, after every message, it was okay. So I told him, I said, I'm going to be honest. I feel like every question I have, I'm getting a kind of robotic, generic response. Okay, 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 okay. I don't do robotics. I don't do the generic responses. You need to be more personable in your sales pitch. You need to let that person know you are paying attention, you are listening, and you are answering their question to the best of your ability. If I'm getting something that seems like it's coming out of an auto text, I'm not feeling the conversation. Therefore, I'm not feeling that relationship between a consumer and the seller. Okay, in Jordan Belfort, The Wolf of Wall Street, Straight Line Selling, which is one of the very first things I studied, he talks about the 3 10s. The 3 10s, each customer, when you walk into a sales pitch, those 3 10s are a level of trust. You have to have a 10 level on trust in you, a 10 level on trust on your product, and a 10 level on trust in your company. He completely demolished every single one of those almost immediately, just because I didn't like the way his sales pitch was. And, I'm not a professional, I'm not a business expert, but I do know enough to know that if it's a bad sales pitch, it's going to turn me off. I've done sales pitches before. I've had a couple sales jobs. I sold life insurance. My first job was selling Kirby vacuum cleaners door to door. And I was the only one in my orientation class that got a sale in orientation because of this same thing. I learned about the customer. I related to them, and it wasn't even anything about them. They had a rock and roll memorabilia room, and I am a big rock and roll guy. And we just talked about that. They had a signed guitar from Mark Tremonti, which is the lead guitarist for the rock band Creed, which is my absolute favorite band of all time. I don't care what anybody thinks. But we got to talk about Mark Tremonti, and then, it was so easy because we had built that trust with each other. They're like, okay, what are you selling? So I didn't even really have to pitch it. So that made it that much easier. So that's something to think about too, guys. If you take that time, it's going to make your sales pitch so much easier. So I've come up with a couple pinpoints that I wanted to teach specifically for this lesson here on these sales pitches. Take it as you want. Like I said, I'm not a professional, but I'm here to share what I've learned and what I feel. If you don't agree, that's human nature. If you do agree, let me know in the comments below if you liked the video, and make sure you give this video a like. So, number one, be professional. Be professional. You want to sound like a professional. Don't use slang terms in a sales pitch at all. Number two, be enthusiastic, but don't be pushy. Okay, I'm a huge Grant Cardone guy. I love Grant Cardone. I've read 5 of his books. In one of his books, honestly, I don't remember which one. I want to say it was Be Obsessed or Be Average. He says in a sales pitch, please don't mistake my enthusiasm as being pushy. I love my product, I know my product, and I trust my product, and I know that you're going to love it too. That has always stuck with me. I read that probably 3 years ago, and it stuck with me. Be enthusiastic, not pushy. Number three, be upfront and honest. Don't mislead people, guys, because that is guaranteed not only to lose you a sale, but lose you hundreds of sales. Because what is the best way of advertising your business? Word of mouth. You mess around with that one person, he's going to tell this person. This person's going to tell this person. Before you know it, you're on a downward slope. Your business is going to fail. You have to be upfront and honest. Don't be misleading in any way, guys. Especially if you charge for a service. If you charge for a service, make sure it is clear how much you charge. Number four, like I said, Jordan Belfort straight line selling, the 3 10s. Take the time to build trust in you, build trust in your company, and build trust in your product. You know your product, you love your product, you trust your product. Your job as a salesperson is to take that enthusiasm and pass it on to the consumer, okay? So, the 3 10s. Number five, respond promptly. If you are trying to sell something and you message somebody trying to get them to buy your product or buy your service, and they respond to you, you need to respond right back. I understand we get busy. I understand that we have a million things going on. Trust me, I have four different projects going on, plus I work a full-time job, plus I'm a father to 3 kids, plus I'm a husband, plus my brother lives right next door to me. I know that we get busy, but we have to show our customers we care, and we have to put the customer first. That is the number one rule to entrepreneurship. The customer is always first. Let's see here. Number six, be personable. No auto response, no robotics. Don't copy and paste from Notepad different responses, guys. Be personable. Get to know this person. Use their likes to your advantage. Use their dislikes to your advantage. Don't make it sound robotic, and don't make it sound like you are just putting it on there. And you gotta be there, be in the conversation. If you follow those rules, your sales pitch will go great, because you've built that trust, they love your product, and they love your company. That is the easiest way to make sales, guys. Easiest way. Work on your sales pitches. I tell you what, if you would like, you can email me your sales pitch that you usually send out to prospect, and I'll give you my honest advice about it. Like I said, I'm not a professional, but I am a fresh perspective, okay? And I will give you notes on what I think and what I've learned and what I think you could do better. You could take from that what you want, but if you want, you can email me your sales pitch. My email address is abundant, ABUNDANT, life, LYFE, the letter N, mind, MIND, at gmail.com. Email me your sales pitches. I'll let you know. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Like I said, I'm a very busy person, but I will take the time. I will let you know what I think. I promise you, I will get back to, even if I get 1,000 emails and it takes me a while, I will get back to you. But that wraps up my segment for tonight. I appreciate you all watching. I appreciate you all sticking in there, because I know this one's kind of long. I'm going on about 20 minutes. I will be back tomorrow. I have a very, very interesting topic tomorrow. I absolutely love it. It came to me last night while I was at work. I look forward to sharing that with you tomorrow. Till then, work on your sales pitch. Put the customer first, guys. I love all of you. Keep going. You are stronger than you know. Peace.